Hey, and welcome back to Trim the Fat. It's a podcast designed to help us on our emotional, our spiritual, and our physical journey. We have today Shatina Brooks. She is my guest. She was my first guest. If you've been watching, if not, I'm going to let Shatina tell you about herself, and then we'll get into it.
Hey, I'm Shatina Brooks. I'm so glad you had me back.
Me too.
I'm a certified personal trainer / esthetician / soap maker.
Yes.
Soap
maker. I saw you do the video.
Yeah, I like making myself and my body butters. But yeah, and I'm so glad to be here.
And you're
again.
a mom.
Yes,
And
I'm
you're
a
an
mom.
inspiration to others. And you told us to move our body back in October, and some people
I
are
did.
still
I'm
watching.
still. I told people today. Did you move today?
I did not, so I want to talk about that too. I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't move
Don't
today.
feel bad.
I walked, and I
But
went to a
you
swim
moved.
party.
Yeah, you
I
moved.
walked the dog. But okay, she told us to move our bodies, and so many people were reaching out from our Instagram reels and stuff and things she shared, and actually started doing stuff that it motivated them to do. They hadn't been out or getting out the bed, like you said, and you just saying and having that episode help. So I wanted you to know you've inspired people. And even at Coleman Chapel, I had some people saying, I watched and she told me that I moved my body. And I said, I got to move my body.
Yes.
But no, I haven't. I haven't moved my body the way I want to because, I was going to the gym really consistently until my brother had a little accident. So I've been helping him, and then all the things would work, and so I've just been doing little things, but not the whole 1 hour
Right.
like I've been doing. So,
But the thing is, I've learned I have a new respect for consistency. I thought consistent was every day. Let's get it. Let's, push it to the max. No, realistically, being a single mom, being a business owner, trying to jump back into another business, consistency is me showing up daily for myself the best way that I can.
oh, okay. No, wait, stop. We gotta sit there because that is good because we do get confused. I get mad at myself. Like I was mad yesterday because I wanted to go to the 90-minute class before we went to church.
Yeah.
And I said I'm gonna go and let Nadia, they'll stay in the hall or whatever. I didn't make it. So that day it kind of threw me off mentally because I was like, dang, I didn't do what I said I was gonna do. But I walked the dog. I did other things.
Exactly.
But I did feel bad. Today I felt bad because I couldn't get to it.
Yeah.
So I know, but I have a plan. But I like you saying that because it kind of reinforces the fact that we sometimes too hard on ourselves.
Because I didn't go today and I don't feel bad.
Okay.
I used to, I would just, because my thing for 2024 was consistency and discipline. And I had gained a lot of weight towards the end of the year, just emotional eating, we discussed it or whatever. But I've been consistently down 10 pounds since January. And it's more or less me being consistent about watching what I eat, consistent about getting to the gym when I can. Some weeks that's 4 days a week, some days that's 2 days a week. But I did the best I gave it. If you give it the best you got, how can you beat yourself up for giving yourself the best?
Because I was like, okay, I'm doing all this work, and I want to eat this cheesecake, and I know I ain't going to be able to work it off tomorrow.
We're not going to eat
or I'm sad. I know that the stress of me being sad or overthinking is going to make me gain in the wrong area.
Exactly.
And I'm going to lose my progress. So,
Right.
but I get it.
Yeah.
We just need to hear it over and over. I know how to tell other people stuff, but then I don't know how to
When
tell
it comes to applying it to ourselves.
Big time. And we said that on
Yeah.
the Galentine's night. She was my guest on Galentine's night, too. If you hadn't watched that one, please do. We had a great conversation, and it should have been longer. We are going to have 3 more episodes of that Galentine's night. So we'll get that together, and hopefully you'll be seeing it because it's a group, and we really dug deep.
We did. It was so good. Ooh.
We did, and you almost got into tears. But I did, too. And I love the camaraderie and the synergy.
The vulnerability.
Of everybody.
Yeah.
And people were saying, my mom even watched, and she was like, yeah, that could have been longer,
Yeah.
So we'll
The
get
time
there.
flew by.
But it's like that. It does that on our episode and stuff, too. So one of the things we're going to announce is that Shatina's going to be, because it's in my spirit, and because I had to share it. Sometimes I hold on to things. They'll be in my mind, and I'll write it down, or I'll say that's for later. that's, I'm not gonna bother him with this, but it's just been on me and on me and on me, just like it was for you to be my first guest. And I don't know, it's just I have to listen and be obedient.
Exactly.
So I reached out and to Shatina just because everybody's a breath of fresh air. Everybody has something, but Shatina's gonna be on monthly, and I'm so excited about it. We're gonna be talking and doing the things that we want to do and talk about, and hopefully it will gain some, traction where people will say, okay, yeah, she's helping me.
Yeah.
They're helping me.
Yeah.
In doing those things.
We're helping them.
Yeah, because all of we've been through, we found out by getting to know each other, we've been through so much.
Yes.
So much similar. So like we have children. You have two, I have one. Divorced. Tried to date. All the things. Trying to do better as a person and a mom. And all those type of things.
Right. What did you learn not during, but after all of that? I'm gonna see if we match up since we've been through what did things trials and tribulations teach us things.
Oh yeah, I learned something all the time. And you know what I learned? I had a big lesson. I had to share it with my mom. I thought I was giving people grace until I realized it happened. Something similar in life happened to me, and I needed grace from somebody. It didn't hit me till 10 years later that I didn't give the person that needed grace from me the right type of, experience or the feelings or the forgiveness or the trying. I didn't do that.
Right.
So now it's like I need to know that about myself and just it's patience that I've been learning.
Ooh.
And that's an ever-changing thing, ever-growing. Patience.
Right.
Not expecting people to be like I am.
Them expectations.
I had another guest. This podcast has helped me so much. Everybody that's been on has put something in place. And Denise Banks was here, and she was saying how we can't get mad at people when they don't show love the way we showing it, and then count them out. Not just in a relationship with a significant other, but
just in life in general.
Yeah, I'm a giver. I want quality time. I want, physical, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Some people don't like that or they don't show it that way.
True.
So she was saying, think about the small things. And I've always been the 99 things could be right, one thing go wrong. And so now these things, and that's not good.
You negate the whole
that's
99.
That's not good. And you'll probably hear me talking about that a lot because I'm learning to get better now.
Yeah.
And I'm 40 plus years old.
Yeah.
I don't know how I missed the mark.
I think it's just we've had false expectations in life, and those false expectations make us disappointed. And once we keep hitting disappointment, it's like we're expecting that now, so we're acting in that manner.
Yeah.
And it's like, stop expecting people to be what you are, because you're only going to let yourself down.
Yeah.
Our friend says all the time, expect nothing, appreciate everything.
Yes.
And once I actually got there, because I had to ask myself, what's the difference between a want and an expectation? We confuse the two. An expectation is something that is going to happen. You go to work 40 hours, you expect to receive a paycheck. You can't go and, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z for Sam, and Sam's going to come back and do X, Y, and Z for me. No. That is not true. Sam ain't going to do nothing but A.
That's
that
right.
wasn't even in the category.
That's right. So Sam ain't doing what we
No, but we expect.
I do.
The same in return. Hey, that's not who God made us to be. If God put it on your heart to be what you're supposed to be, you can't get mad or disappointed because they aren't what they were or what they were supposed to be to you.
That's right. And that's what I'm saying. I'm starting to really get it.
Yeah.
I heard it, but I'm really getting it now.
The experience and actually getting it is two different things. And it hurt a little bit.
It does. It can hurt, and it can be like, okay, wake up. Wake up, because you're going to miss out on a lot of things, and you're going to cause yourself emotional distress. I read something. So one morning I had woke up, and I've been training. We've been talking about doing our devotion and being our work. This year has been the year that I've really been in.
Same.
I never was like that before. And I think it's because of the dynamic of our friendship
Exactly.
the accountability and not being scared to tell each other when something's going wrong.
Exactly.
Sometimes we be like, okay, I don't want to say anything because I'm either one, embarrassed, or two, I don't want to bother anybody. But I think now because we do have that bond, and
we're
we have
comfortable with each other
a group
now.
of girlfriends that say,
Yes.
okay, are you going to church today? Did you do this? You got this book? Did you
Yep.
read this part? Hey, that's you right there. It could
Yep.
be a meme on, like, that's you. You act like that. Sharonda sent me
Yes.
something. She said, that's all you. Me and Sharonda both Scorpios, and so some things that come up, she'll send to me, but it was one, she was like, that's you. And I'm like, it sure is. I be cutting up.
Baby, she sure call you on your card. She'll pull your card. But I like that. I like a friendship. Pull my card. Tell me about myself, because we don't see everything about us that someone else sees. There's this thing called Johari's window. It's what you see of yourself, what somebody else sees of you, what you see together, and what someone else sees of you that you can't see of yourself. And I need to know, like, pull my coat, say, hey friend, I need you to tighten up on this, or I noticed that you were this. Are you okay in that area? What would you need from me? What do you need from me to help you in that area? I need that.
And even I need that too. I need more of because I try to put myself to the back a lot, and I'll be like, okay, no, don't worry about me. We got other stuff to worry about. Or don't worry about me.
Yeah.
But then I do. It feels good, and it's a wake up call when one of my friends that I defined as friends says, "Hey, I hadn't heard from you in a few days. What's going on?" And I'm like, okay, yeah. And they'll say, you want to talk about it? No, I got it. So now I'm better. Like,
No,
okay,
we want to talk about it.
no, I want to say something, but I don't want you to say, okay, 2 days ago you said this.
You don't want the accountability.
But I was wrong. Sometimes you're wrong.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
A lot of times.
I have dug holes so deep from my mind playing tricks on me. And that's based, like you said, some experiences and some expectations. But my mind has played tricks on me so bad with nothing else to say. It's just me thinking like, oh, if this happened, then I know this happened.
We don't trust nothing.
I'm better. I'm claiming I'm better.
Exactly. We're speaking it. We are better.
And I know it's a lot of people that do that, but we don't call it. And some people are so used to doing it and brushing stuff off after they've done it that they keep going on. And they think that's the way life is supposed to be. And it's not.
It's me versus me.
Yes.
Remember we talked about that yesterday. It's we're battling. I have a sticky note. I got sticky notes on my mirror, and it says, "Be gentle with yourself because you're meeting parts of you that you've been at war with." And I was like, "Wow, like that's so true." I've been fighting me because of my thought process due to childhood trauma or the way you were raised up, and it's like we had to create imaginary worlds to be okay with life. Now those imaginary worlds are working against us. We won't let nobody in. We be going through hell and high water and sitting there going through hell and high water by ourselves when we have an amazing support system. I called Sharonda maybe the first of the year, and I just was completely vulnerable about some things in life with her. And she didn't know it, but I felt so good to let my friend know. Now I get a text, okay, what we thinking about this week?
Yeah.
What are we doing this week? You know what I'm saying? We need that, but we push it away. But now I welcome it.
Yeah, good. See, this is the thing. It's hard, especially, I'm usually that person too. So it's hard when you're usually that person. It's hard to let somebody else be that person for you.
True.
And so I welcome it too.
Yeah.
And so big shout out to Sharonda
Yeah.
and our friends.
We
and
love
her mom.
you.
We love you.
Yes, Miss P, we love her too.
But yeah, and we have to be that. And then you're that for me. Even if we see each other for a few minutes, we're like, okay, you good?
When we sit together at church, we could have.
I'm glad we didn't really sit together. She was in the middle. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's good because it's like some of those words we look at each other and we're like, okay, who are you talking to? Like, who is that to? Because usually sometimes, but every time now, it's been, man, that's for me. Especially speaking life over ourselves. Stop talking about yourself. Yes. So here's an example. So I was putting on something. I was going somewhere. It was me and Nadia. It was having me and Nadia a date. And I was like, oh, this is so, I don't want to wear it. I'm so fat in this. I don't look good in this. And so Nadia was like, that is so cute. She's 12. And I was like, I can't stand. So now my whole mood was off. And I was like, well, she was like, all you need is a belt, and I don't know why you're saying that. Now you're gonna think that you're gonna make other people think that. Now this is not
Nadia.
Right. But that's the thing. She stopped me right there, and I was like, I looked back in, and I said, oh, okay, well maybe if I pull my hair up, it'll look.
Let me switch something around.
And it actually ended up being good. Yeah. But when they said stop talking about yourself, we do it. in little pieces, little times, and we don't even know it. So that is talking about myself.
Yes.
And it wasn't right.
Yeah.
And another thing is with jobs and things, I'm in a leadership book club too. So I got my book club, and I'm in a leadership book club with some amazing women. There's 6 of us. And we're talking about, the law of intuition, the law of discernment, the law of, just doing different things. It's a book with 21 things of leadership.
Okay.
And so one meeting they asked, like, why do you feel like you stand in your role where you are now? Do you want to move up, or do you want to stay? Do you feel like you're just you're great at it, so it's a season for you to stay there, or are you afraid that you don't have the credentials or whatever to move up because you have the personality, you have those other things? So why? Just out of curiosity, it wasn't to put me down or anything.
Right.
And I was like, I said, I think I'm good at what I'm doing, but I'm not interested in it. And it was like, wow. And so one of them, she was my professor at pharmacy school, and she remembers, what we did in school years ago. I just can't believe it was that many years ago, like 15, 16. No, it's 17 now. And so I started thinking about it after we got off. I was like, why? I help other people get to where they, direct all, but I just know I need to start doing better, because if I want it, I can attain it.
Okay. Do you think it's self-sabotage?
Yeah, it's a lot of self-sabotage.
It's self-sabotage.
I'll look at it and be like, no, I don't fit that.
Yeah. It's crazy because even that you say that, because even in my business, my soap business, it was taking off. It was skyrocketing. And when my dad died, then the divorce happened. And I wanted to pick it back up for so long, but I felt it was overwhelming. Sometimes we look at things as being overwhelming and we just sit it off to the side because, A, we don't want to deal with it. It seems like it's easier to walk away from it than to actually deal with it. And I'm a procrastinator. Oh, I'm a big procrastinator.
I'm a procrastinator, but I do good under pressure. I know it could be better, but I think that it's been my MO. It's like, okay, I don't have to do it until almost the last minute.
But
I'm
why?
great. I don't know, because I have other things to do. But I think that the product is great even if I procrastinate, which is not good.
Right.
Because I'm putting unnecessary pressure.
We do it for a reason.
When I'm in that zone, I feel the stress, but it's like, oh, that was worth it for me to be that stressed. It's really not. I'm like, it was worth it because now it's turned out great.
Yeah. I can't. I'm trying to get away from that because I was one that always works well under pressure. But now, since I see the roots of working under pressure and why I do it, I'm trying to combat it. I'm trying to be more prepared. I'm trying to give myself more time because I beat myself up when I'm under pressure. I'm tired. I'm burnt out. That's what I did with my soap stuff. I would have a deadline to have something made. 100 bars of soap, 80 body butters. And I give myself 3 to 4 days. Like, come on, sis.
It's terrible.
It is, but guess what? I push that product out. But then it takes me a minute to step back in the kitchen to make more product because I burnt myself out. And then I probably talk bad to myself the whole time I did
and then after you've done it, after you completed it, you're wiped out.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to. And we can make something happen under pressure, but I don't.
Okay, that's hard to get out of because I know it. Because every time I'm like, so I need to do better at work because now work responsibilities are piling up, and the procrastination is not going to work when they ask you a question and you have to come off Zoom, the mute on the button and say, "I'll get back to you." Like, wait,
let me figure this out.
Yeah, wait a minute, I missed that somehow. I was supposed to be. So I am going. Yeah, I gotta do better. I'm glad you called that out.
Yeah, it was the root to it, and my books helped me figure that out. And I'm like, I'm tired of being that last minute. I'm gonna tell you who we talking about her a lot, but Sharonda, she don't play that. She's not a last minute. I've learned so much from her. Like, she be like, friend.
Yeah.
Okay. And you need that push, so.
See, for for things that Nadia do or people part, if I'm planning something for people or if it's anything happen, I'm good with, I don't procrastinate because I want to show them I got it done for you right now. It's right away. But if it's not, I'm like, ain't that crazy?
We perform for other people who can't perform for ourselves.
That's terrible.
Oh, it's so sad. But we're going to do, but it's not sad and it's not terrible.
Okay.
We are going to overcome procrastination.
We're not going to say it's sad or terrible.
Right.
Because we have to speak positive things.
We're learning.
We are learning.
We're evolving.
Oh, yes. There we go. We evolving from
Yes.
all the stuff. But here's the thing: we got a lot of great things too. So I don't want to discount the fact that it's a lot of greatness that makes those things that
Yes.
it makes it work. So
Yeah.
but it could be better.
Yeah, it definitely can be better. And that's where that grace and that compassion comes in. And I have to literally learn that. Like yesterday when the negative self-talk, I'm like, oh, you're so negative. Sometimes I listen, I'm like, you're just negative today. Like, go start over. Read a book, read something. I write
you told
letters.
yourself go start
Yes.
over? Okay.
And I write myself letters, like for different scenarios of things, because, there's nothing new under the sun. I'm going to go through the same thought process. I write myself letters in my notes, and
See, I
whatever day
journal.
I'm having, I go read that letter to myself, and it pulls me out of that funk, or it pulls me out of that place, and I didn't have to talk negatively about myself to make it happen.
Oh,
Write yourself a love letter.
Yeah, I'm gonna write a love letter. I journal, but I journal, and I love to release that. And they say don't go back and read it, but I do.
Really?
I go back and read mine sometimes.
Because you need to
Sometimes,
see your growth.
especially when I'm out of it. But everybody does things differently. But it just made me remember what I wanted to say probably 10 minutes ago about I've been getting to work in my word, and I have these different devotional books. And the other morning, I was like questioning myself because I'm in a crossroads of trying to make a decision about something that's very important to me, So I thought I was making the wrong decision based on making my mind playing tricks on me again.
Right.
And do you not know that I went to that date of the devotional, and all that date, so it was like 3 days ago. It was saying you. Get out of your own head. Like I'm telling you, this is what it said. Get out of your head. You're causing. This is self-inflicted emotional distress. Think all good things, and change your mindset. This was what the devotional said.
Yeah.
But it was right then when I needed it.
When you needed it.
And I was like, I know this, but thank you. I thank you for me having the. Because what if I didn't open the page today? My mood could have been off that whole day. But it was just a reminder that, okay, you got this.
Yeah.
And stop making up stuff. Take things for face value and know what's real.
True.
Because sometimes feelings are not real.
They're not.
But facts. What's the facts? And if you're going to give grace, or if you're going to give forgiveness, or if you're going to be, then stand on it. And stop going back and causing yourself grief.
Right, because that's what we do. We're either living in the future or the past. If you're present and you're grounded in the now, and you really look at your thoughts, hey, what is going on right now? What are you feeling? What triggered that feeling? Let's go back to the root of it again. Like, what made you feel that way? And when I ground myself in that, and also the book "The Mountain Is You" by Breonna Weiss, she tells you don't trust, if your mind isn't right or you're in the past, don't trust none of your thoughts. None of it is real. It's like your shadow. It's fear. As you walk closer to your shadow, what does it do? It minimizes. You have to get grounded. And you know what I do? And it might seem crazy or weird to people. I lay on the floor. I just lay on the floor and I do my breathing exercises. I'm like, God, I need you. Like, I need you to pull me up out of this. But if I can't do it with reading my letters or it's real, sometimes it's more overwhelming than others. I'll lay on the floor and I just sit there and I breathe and I'm like, okay, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What's going on with you? Like, let's figure it out. I have a friend that calls me every time I'm laying on the floor and having a moment. It's like God knows and he sends her to me. And she was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm laying on the floor. She was like, what's it? Because she know if I'm laying on the floor, I'm trying to ground myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's us living in the future, living in the past. Like, we can't do that. We have to live in the now, live in the present. I have so many time blocks that I missed in life because I'm either living in my head about something and I could have missed the whole day.
Yeah,
Literally.
see, and it's so crazy because I don't like it. I don't like having those days because I'm usually a happy-go-lucky, energetic, going. If I sit for 2-3 days, maybe let's say 3 days, and I'm not doing anything involved, that's when they say the idle mind. But I think good things, but then there's some other things that creep in,
And it takes over.
Yeah, and I don't know where that comes from. Like I just don't know, and it's not like drastic, but it's like it will change. Yeah, and change my mood and to change my energy. So I don't know. It's not that I have to be around people. It's that I like helping people. I like being involved. I like doing things. I don't necessarily want to have to work every day of my life.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
But it's like I know we need that reset you need that reset to rest because you will burn out.
Right.
But I don't need 3-4 days I need to be at a beach or something if we're doing that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. We have to. Okay, so here's my thing. I'm always pouring from an empty cup.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fixer. I'm trying to always fix things and Shatina, work on you, baby.
It's about
pour back into you.
You said me versus me, and then what I say, you deliver me from me.
Me, yes.
And that's something that came to me. I went to Coleman Chapel to my pastor, to Elora James, the Sunday before. Mm-hmm. She brought that up. Then I heard the song, and then I told you it came to me when I was texting you the other night. It's like we are our own worst enemy sometimes. We are self-sabotaging sometimes. And then I think it's okay for us to share it. It's okay to share that because some people are so quiet about it. And I think that I don't care about sharing it. I think that we are put here to help other people. You have to share
with the right people because I've made the mistake of sharing with the wrong people and it has came back.
No, that's true.
Bit me in the butt.
But I'm saying that certain things that we saying here and saying here is that, we all, nobody's perfect.
True.
We all got some battles. We all got something that some people will never share with anybody because they've been taught to learn and hold on to those things.
And perfectionism doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
You're chasing like the rabbit chasing a carrot. Perfectionism does not exist. There is only one perfect person that ever walked this earth.
Yes.
We would never compare. So stop thinking that everything is going to be perfect. I'm in the process of completely letting it go because, that's a whole nother.
That's what we can talk about that next time because that's a problem.
Perfectionism. It is, and
I think I don't know if it's a syndrome or not, but the perfectionism syndrome. Mm-hmm. So I think that we'll talk about that later. Of course, how did our time go so fast? But you're gonna be here next month, and we'll be here April. And any encouraging words that you want, and then also your training because she is a trainer, and we should go to Boxing. They're sponsoring one of our episodes. They have a boot camp for boxing and kicking and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
We should go together. Yeah. But anything you want to share before we leave? And we had our great conversation, but it went so fast.
I don't know. I had something, but I lost it.
It's okay. But,
it'll come back for the next episode.
It will. Okay, well, I'm glad you came.
Yes, thank you.
And she'll be back. I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm excited that she is our co-host on one episode a month. Hopefully it'll be more once we get it going. I want you all to share, if it's one person, it doesn't have to be 10 people. If it's one person you feel will benefit from our conversation or any other of my past podcast episodes, go ahead and do that. We have a Facebook page at Trim the Fat by Dr. Rhonda G on Facebook, and then Instagram is trim_the_fat. Go ahead and follow. Subscribe to YouTube. Watch on Spotify. Listen or watch on Spotify and listen on Audible. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
This episode is proudly sponsored by Kevin Botwinick from Bots Boxing in Memphis, Tennessee. Unleash your fitness potential with boxing classes that let you get fit without getting hit. There's something for everyone on this fitness journey.